Assalamualaikum and good evening to all, my friend. So today we're gonna discuss about cashless society, which we're gonna focus on cashless payment is more efficient and safer compared to the use of cash. What is your view? So I'm gonna tell you a little bit regarding to this statement, which is as we know, as time increase, there's a lot of modernization and also innovation that happen, especially in our generation. One of it is the using of cashless payment, which is really famous nowadays. So I will tell you the example of cashless method, which is cashless payment method, which is credit cards, debit card, mobile transaction, and also internet transaction. So regarding to the statement, we are going to start our discussion. So let's start our discussion. So I will I will start our discussion by giving my first point, which is from my point of view, I genuinely believe that cashless payment is more convenient than cash. This is due to the fact that cashless payment provide a digital trail, and also cashless payment making it simple for us to overview or also track the transaction that have been done. So as a person or as a someone who is very particular of how much money that I spend per day, I really take care of the money that I have been used for. I had used for a day. So I always make sure that my spending stays within my budget. So whenever I spend my money, every day I will calculate the total that I use for a day by using the physical receipt, which is we got from the store while making a payment. But sometimes the physical receipt is really hard to to get, or maybe it can be misplaced or lost, which hard for me to calculate all the money that I have been used. So I think cashless payment is more convenient since there's a lot of apps which is CIMB Clicks or maybe Maybank and Do It Now, which is they recorded all of the transactions that have been done. So it is easy for me to overview or track all the money that I have been used. So regarding to the statement and also the point that have been given, I still agree with my statement, which is cashless payment method is more convenient than cash. So anybody wants to share their opinion regarding to this topic?
Yeah, I agree with your point, Syazwan. And I'd like to add some more, which is security. Cashless payment can provide enhanced security compared to carrying physical cash. With digital transaction, there is a reduced risk for thief or loss, as there is no digital or there's no physical currency involved. Additionally, most digital payment methods offer encryption and authentication measure to protect sensitive financial information, such as our bank account and our money. To measure to protect sensitive financial information, reducing the chance of fraud or unauthorized access. That's my opinion. Does anyone to share their opinion too?
I disagree with your point, Waseem. Even in online payment, criminal can steal our money like scamming and hacking. So online payment still don't have the perfect security for our money safety. Additionally, digital payment system also can sometimes experience technical issues, such as system outage or errors. This can disrupt the transaction and cause inconvenience both for customer and businesses. That's all for me. Does anyone has point to share?
Okay, I love how you elaborate, Qusyairi, and I'm not strongly agree with the Wasim's and Syazwan opinion on why cashless payment is better than cash. So we all know cashless is a new thing nowadays, and it started growing faster during the pandemic. However, there are still many shops out there. They are still not providing online transaction. So that's why cash is very important to have always in your wallet in case of emergency. So imagine if you're going to shopping and then when you want to do the payment, suddenly the QR payments or the payment terminal for the credit and debit card are dysfunctional at that time. So you can't pay anymore unless you have cash in your wallet. So I can say you can pay anything and anytime with the cash, but not with the digital payment method. Not only that, many adults lack access to their bank accounts and credit cards. This elderly couldn't catch up with the advanced technology that we're facing right now, and they prefer to save their money physically rather than in their bank accounts because it's because they knew there are a lot of scammers and hackers out there that could potentially steal their money without them knowing. So that's all my elaborations right now. Anyone have their
I agree with both Qusyairi and Yahya. Even though cashless transfer is the future of transactions, payments are still important in my opinion. Just imagine one day there will be a power outage and there will be no electricity, which means there will be no internet or any online connection. That will affect cashless transactions because most cashless transactions are done in the web. So with any without any internet, cashless transactions will not be as viable as cash transactions. Another thing that is, as the time goes on, scams are becoming much more dangerous. For example, there is a scam where there is a device put on a credit card machine that will read out your info and will get every data of your credit card itself. My additional point about cash only transfers is that cash is also something that has value as it ages. For example, when during the times before, cash is considered something very valuable, and if been stored and conserved longer, it will raise in value, even though it's an old way of payment. But that is only my opinion. What would anyone else think?
For me, I think that Syazwan and Waseem points are more logical. In my opinion, cashless payment is more convenient compared to the basic cash payment. This is because the cashless payment system can increase financial inclusion by providing access to banking and payment service for those who may not have an easy access to traditional banking system. Mobile wallets and digital payment platforms enable individuals to send and receive money, make purchase, and participate in digital economy. Other than that, I think that cashless payment can reduce our daily costs. Cash handling involves expenses such as cash counting, storage, and transportation, which can add up for business. With cashless payment, this cost can be significantly reduced, leading to potential savings for merchants and financial institutions. That's all my point. As anyone else want to add some?
Thank you, Azizzul. So I do agree with Amzar and also Yahya statement, but sometimes nowadays there's a new um, new things that have been done by the government that to protect our money from being scammed by the people. So actually, but the reasons that scammers is actually not suitable for this because there's a lot of steps that have been done and be taken by the government nowadays. So it is more likely for us to be, for the money to be safe by putting it in the bank by rather than keep it as a cash. So that's my point of view regarding this. So anyone else?
I would like to disagree about the statement there. Um, I would like to highlight one more point why the statement of the cashless payment is better than cash is quite wrong. First of all, uh, cash can make can make our money more appreciated by us since we can hold and see our money physically compared to online banking. We can only see um, our bank balance in our account. So we will spend our money blindly without being concerned about our saving. So so I can say we will be blinded by the numbers in our bank account. If cash, we can be more disciplined and more aware of our money spent. So do you agree with me, Qusyairi?
Yes, I agree with you.
May I interrupt? Actually, if we use the cashless, we can have a digital transaction, leave a digital footprint, creating a transparent record of financial activities so that we can track our past buying stuff or something like else. This can help combat corruption, money laundering, and illicit activities as it becomes easy to track and trace funds. It also enables individuals and businesses to maintain accurate financial records for tax purpose and financial planning. I think that's for me. Does anybody else want to share?
I would also like to add in a point about cash in transactions, which is that cashless. Yes, there will be measures that will prevent scams to happen online or offline when it comes to cashless transactions. But there's also going to be at least a leak in the system itself. Even though people will advance in the security, it will also people will also advance in their research on how to break the security so they can trick and predatorize, especially the elderly, who are the most vulnerable when it comes to online scams that are usually cashless.
So before we conclude end our discussion, uh, can we all agree that uh, cashless payment is better than cash since um, Wasim's uh, Wasim, Syazwan, and Azizzul has better explanation than us. So we can conclude that cashless is more efficient and safer than cash nowadays. With this advanced technology like this online transaction, we can secure our money better from our account to other accounts. But at the same time, I think we can't forget that cash is also very vital in our daily life. We can't fully depend on the cashless payment because of its safety. And it's also very dangerous for us to not have cash with us in case of emergency. So so that's all for our discussion for now. Thank you everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.